I'm 56 years old, raising two boys alone after their father left when they were toddlers. Never remarried, never wanted to. Spent my entire adult life working in corporate HR, fighting the good fight from within. Made it my mission to raise my sons differently than other boys. The world had enough aggressive, domineering men. I was going to raise evolved men, conscious men, men who understood their place in creating a better future. From the time they could talk, I made sure they understood. No rough play that leads to violence, no competitive sports. Competition creates toxic hierarchies. When they get excited or loud, I'd sit them down. Boys, we use our inside voices. We don't take up space that way. Taught them that leadership was actually just disguised oppression. That wanting to be first or best was a symptom of problematic socialization. They'd come home from elementary school excited about some game. Mommy, I almost won at kickball. Sweetie, why would you want to win? What about the children who lost? How do you think they felt? Watch their little faces fall. Feel satisfied I'm teaching them empathy. When Marcus, my oldest, got into a fight in third grade because some kid pushed him, picked him up from the principal's office. He's crying, saying the other boy started it. Marcus, you have more responsibility than other boys. You need to be better. Fighting is never okay. You should have walked away. But Mom, he pushed me first. And you should have apologized for being in his way. Grounded him for 2 weeks. The other boy got 3 days. Didn't care. My son needed to learn. His younger brother Devin saw that. Learned the lesson too. They both learned. No video games with guns or fighting. No action movies. When they wanted to watch something, I'd preview it first. Too much male aggression not allowed. Their bedroom was a safe space. Neutral colors, educational toys, books about feelings. When other boys came over and wanted to play differently, I'd intervene. In this house, we don't play war. In this house, we don't pretend to fight. Eventually, other boys stopped coming over. Told myself those boys weren't good influences anyway. Their mothers were raising them wrong, feeding them violence. My boys would be different, better. Middle school, both of them struggled socially. Marcus came home one day excited. Mom, I joined the debate team. My heart sank. Sweetie, debate is just intellectual combat. It's about dominating someone else's ideas. That's not healthy, but I like it. I'm good at arguing my points. That's exactly the problem, honey. Why do you need to argue? Why can't you just listen and validate? Made him quit. He didn't talk to me for a week. Eventually, he apologized like I taught him. I'm sorry for being difficult, Mom. Devin wanted to try out for basketball. Absolutely not. Sports culture is rape culture, honey. Do you want to be part of that? He's 13 years old. Doesn't even know what I mean. But he drops it. High school. I made sure they took all the right classes, enrolled them in a feminist literature course I found, made them read the books I'd read, the ones that opened my eyes. Every dinner we'd talk about dismantling patriarchy. Boys, what did you do today to make space for women's voices? They'd struggle to answer. I let Sarah answer first in history class. Good, Devin, that's good. And you, Marcus? I don't know, Mom. I just went to class. You need to be more conscious. Every interaction is an opportunity to do better. They'd nod, eat quietly. Neither of them dated in high school. Told myself it was fine. They were focused on education. Plus, teenage relationships were often exploitative. Better they learned to see women as full humans first. College. I helped them choose schools. Made sure they understood about consent, about boundaries, about their privilege. Never be alone with a woman. She might feel threatened. Never disagree with a woman in class. You're talking over her. If you're ever interested in someone, really examine why. Are you objectifying her? Marcus called me sophomore year. Mom, there's this girl in my study group. I think I like her. Have you examined your male gaze? Are you seeing her as a full person? I think so. Really think about it, Marcus. Your attraction might be socialized. You might be responding to patriarchal beauty standards. He got quiet, never mentioned her again. Devin didn't even try. Remembered him once, junior year, saying something. I don't even know how to talk to women, Mom. I'm too worried I'll do something wrong. That's good. Honey, that fear means you're aware. That awareness will protect them from you. Looking back, maybe that was the wrong thing to say, but I meant well. They both graduated, neither with particularly remarkable results. Marcus had a degree in sociology, Devin in library science, both safe helping fields. The job market was tough for them. Marcus got an interview at a nonprofit, came back devastated. The interviewer was a woman. I wanted to let her lead the conversation. Didn't want to dominate the space. Good. That's respectful, Mom. She said I seemed uninterested and passive. She's internalized patriarchal expectations of male behavior. I didn't get the job. There will be others. But there weren't. Interview after interview, same story. Too passive, no initiative, lacks confidence. Devin couldn't even get interviews. His applications went nowhere. I helped him rewrite his resume to emphasize his sensitivity and emotional intelligence. HR departments never called back. They both moved back home. Told myself it was temporary. The economy was bad, that's all. They were good boys, good men. Someone would see their value. But months turned into years. Marcus is in his old bedroom, hasn't worked in 6 years. Devin never really left. Tried a few part-time things that didn't stick. They're both 30 now. 30. Last week, I suggested Marcus apply for a management position I saw posted. Mom, managing people means having authority over them. You told me hierarchy was oppression. Well, yes, but in a workplace, which is it? Is authority bad or not? Didn't have an answer. Devin won't leave the house anymore. Orders everything online. I asked him why he doesn't go out. Meet people. Meet people where, Mom. You told me men in groups become mobs. You told me male friendships often exclude women, and that's problematic. I don't have any friends. I don't know how to make any. Felt something crack in my chest. Last night, Marcus asked me to come to his room. Rare. He barely speaks to me anymore. Sat on his bed. Same bed from childhood. Room hasn't changed much. He's gained weight. Hasn't shaved in weeks. Mom, I need to tell you something. Heart pounding. I've been thinking a lot. I've been in therapy. Didn't know he was in therapy. That's good, honey. Everyone can benefit from let me finish. He's never interrupted me before. Never. My therapist asked me to trace back where my issues started. The social anxiety, the fear of interaction, the inability to advocate for myself, already feeling defensive. Marcus, your mental health isn't, it's you. Mom, it all comes back to you. Feel like I've been slapped. Everything you taught me, everything you made me believe about myself, that I was inherently threatening, that my maleness was something to apologize for, that wanting things was selfish, that asserting myself was violence. I was teaching you to be respectful, to be yourself. You were teaching me to hate myself. He's crying now. Can't remember the last time I saw him cry. I can't get a job because I can't advocate for myself in interviews. I can't make friends because I'm terrified of taking up space. I've never had a relationship because you taught me that my attraction to women was predatory. That's not what I's Maury. Yes, it is, Mom. That's exactly what you taught me. Devin and I have talked about it. He feels the same way. Devin appears in the doorway. Both my boys, both 30, both looking at me with something like anger. No, not anger. Worse, disappointment. Devin speaks. Voice quiet. I saw a woman at the grocery store last month. She was struggling with her bags. I wanted to help, but I froze. I stood there and watched her struggle because you taught me that offering help was assuming she was weak. I taught you to respect. No, Mom. You taught us that we were the problem. That we as males were inherently flawed. Do you know what that does to a kid? To grow up believing you're defective just for existing. Try to respond, but Marcus keeps going. I'm 30 years old. I've never had a job that lasted more than 4 months. I've never been on a date. I have no friends. I live in my childhood bedroom, and it's your fault. Those words. Your fault. I did everything out of love. I was trying to raise you better than what? Better than functional. Better than employed. Better than able to have relationships. Devin sits on the floor back against the wall. There was this guy at the library years ago when I volunteered there. He kept trying to be my friend. Invited me to stuff. I always said no. Why? Because you told me male friendships often excluded women, and that was problematic. He eventually stopped asking. I could have had a friend, Mom. Maybe more friends through him, but your voice was in my head. This isn't how it was supposed to go. They were supposed to be the good ones, the ones who understood, who were part of the solution. You taught us to defer to women in all situations, Marcus says. I was teaching you respect. No, you were teaching us we had no value. At work, I'd let everyone else speak first, never put forward my own ideas, always apologized when there was any conflict, even if it wasn't my fault. Do you know what happened? shake my head. I got walked over by everyone, men and women, because that's what happens to people who won't stand up for themselves. The world doesn't reward self-rerom, it punishes it. Remember teaching them exactly that. Always apologize. Always defer. Your voice takes up too much space. Devin speaks again. I went on one date 5 years ago. A woman from an online forum never knew this. She seemed nice in messages. We met for coffee. I let her choose the place, the time, everything. I asked her questions and just listened. I was so careful not to dominate the conversation. That sounds lovely. She told her friend I was boring, that I had no personality, that I seemed like I didn't even want to be there. Silence. I wanted to be there, Mom. I just didn't know how to be there the right way. Because what you taught me and what the actual world expects are completely different things. Feel tears coming. I was trying to protect you from becoming what? What were you protecting us from becoming? Successful? Happy? Functional. Marcus stands up. He's tall, taller than me. When did that happen? When did my little boy become this defeated man? I talked to Dad, haven't heard them mention their father in years. Taught them he was a cautionary tale. Toxic masculinity incarnate. You what? I found him on social media. We've been talking for a few months. Feel betrayed. He has a life, mom, a wife, kids from his second marriage, a business, friends. He asked about us. I told him about our lives. Do you know what he said? Don't want to know? Need to know. He said, you probably meant well, but that it sounds like you crippled us. That's the word he used. Crippled. He has no right to. He asked what I wanted, what I actually wanted. I didn't know how to answer because you taught me that wanting things was male entitlement. Devin stands too. Both of them looking down at me. When did I become small? We're going to stay with Dad for a while. Heart stops. What? He has a guest house. He says we can stay there. He knows some people who might have jobs. He's going to Lecken. He said he's going to teach us what you didn't. I taught you everything you needed to know. No, Mom. Devin says, voice breaking. You didn't. You taught us everything you needed us to know to validate your beliefs to be proof of your theories. But you didn't teach us how to be in the world. Marcus moves toward the door. We're leaving tomorrow. You can't. I'm your mother. Everything I did was for you. Devin follows his brother, stops, turns back. You did it for yourself, Mom. We were your experiment, and we failed. Or you failed. I don't even know anymore. They leave me sitting there in Marcus's room, surrounded by all the careful choices I made, the neutral colors, the educational posters about emotions, the bookshelf full of the right books. Hear them in the hallway packing. Hear their voices talking to each other. They sound different, lighter, maybe. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Spend the night going through old photos. Marcus at 5 holding a flower. He picked me. Devin at 7, certificate for kindness award from school. Both of them at 10 and 8, smiling at the camera. Thought I was doing everything right. Every decision made with intention. Every lesson carefully taught. No rough play, no aggression, no competitions, apology, making space. Thought I was raising conscious men, men who would help heal the world. Instead, I raised men who can't function in it. Hear a car in the morning. Their father's car. Haven't seen him in decades. Watch from the window as he gets out. He looks older, but good, confident. He hugs them both. Real hugs. Helps them load boxes into his truck. They're laughing about something. Laughing. When did I last hear them laugh? He glances at the house. Can't see me through the window, but I can see him see what I tried to teach them. He wasn't present, helpful, engaged. Maybe he's changed. Or maybe I was wrong about what toxic actually meant. They drive away. House is quiet. So quiet. Sitting in the living room where we had all those dinners, all those conversations about dismantling patriarchy, all those lessons about their inherent privilege and responsibility. Think about Marcus saying he's never had a relationship. Devin saying he has no friends. Both of them saying it's my fault. Want to defend myself. Want to say society failed them, not me. Want to say the world is wrong, not my teachings. But they're 30 years old, unemployed, isolated, unable to function, and happy to leave. Happy to go to their father. The one I taught them was the problem. Maybe I was the problem. Maybe feminism was supposed to be about equality, not whatever I turned it into. Maybe I mistook breaking down for building up. Maybe I confused awareness with paralysis. Maybe good intentions aren't enough. Sit alone in the quiet house. The house where I raised good boys, good, broken, non functional boys. Men now. Men who blame me, and I don't know anymore if they're wrong. Check my phone. Text from Marcus. We made it to Dad's. Devin and I are okay. We need space. We'll contact you when we're ready. Please respect that. Please respect that. My own words used on me. Set boundaries. Respect boundaries. Funny how it feels different from this side. Type and delete a dozen responses. Finally, just send. Okay, because what else is there to say? Sorry I ruined your lives with my love. Sorry I cared so much about making you good that I forgot to make you whole. Sorry I was so sure I was right. Don't send any of that. Just okay. Houses so quiet, so empty. Spent 30 years filling it with the right lessons, the right values, the right worldview, and ended up with two sons who can't wait to leave. Sit in the silence. And finally, wonder if I was wrong about everything. Wonder if the man who left us all those years ago, the one I taught them to see as the enemy, might actually save them from what I made them. Wonder if that makes him the hero and me. Don't want to finish that thought, but it finishes itself anyway in the empty house. In the quiet with my good intentions and my broken boys. My 30-year-old broken boys who finally got smart enough to leave. If this confession kept you hooked, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We share powerful true stories every day that explore the complex realities of life.